Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Bataleon Cameleon. That's right, it's a whole new board for 2025. This board features Bataleon's medium camber with 3BT and sidekick technology. So you've got traditional camber that's going to give you all the load, pop, snap, and drive. Then you got that 3BT, which gives you a 3D shaping, which allows for more ease of entry in and out of turns, plus the sidekick, so it spoons it up even more, which is really going to help with that pow float. Now in the nose, you got a high 3BT, so that's the most aggressive, and in the tail, you got a medium 3BT, so you know, it's that mid-ground, it's that Nissan Altima LS or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. This board's available in 149, 153, 157, and 161. I rode this board at Arapahoe Basin on a sunny bluebird day after a weekend of storms. You had chop, chunder, perfect corduroy, ice, rocks. Dear God, so many rocks. Why were there so many rocks? There was rocks everywhere. I had to dodge rocks. Lots and lots of rocks. And I rode it with my Rome Black Label bindings and my K2 Thraxis boots. The overall flex of this board comes in at middle of the road free ride, so it's not super aggressive and it's fully directional, meaning softer nose that progressively stiffens back up to the tail, with the center section being the most stable. Now the torsional flex is noticeable, but you get a good rebound to it, so expect it to be a little snappy when you ankle steer. The nose will get chatter at high speeds and that slightly resonates underfoot, but when you're flat basing, for the most part, this board is very smooth and you do not have to worry about it. Now, if you're going to charge through icy runs like I did, dodging rocks, be prepared to get bucked around, so keep those knees bent. So with the carbon layup of this board, you get a ton of spring off the tail, which helps you boost. It's very easy to load the camber profile up on this board, and when you roll back, it just wants to spring. This board will send it off any cat track, side hit, roller, whatever is in your path, you're gonna be able to boost, which was good because I spent the day ollieing rocks. Why were these runs open with so many rocks? It's February, for Christ's sakes. Hey, if you like what we're doing here, why haven't you subscribed yet? Click that bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of this content we're making for you. And believe me, we got a lot of content. Now, I know you're looking at the shape of this board and you're like, Avran, it's supposed to be a resort carving pow board. Why are you buttering on it? Because I can, and because you can too. The nose is like a spatula with that 3BT and sidekick out there. You can really get it sideways, spin around on it, and it's playful. It's nice. The tail, a lot stiffer. You're gonna do a lot more work with it, so expect to do some high-speed wheelies. And then you're gonna have to ollie over some rocks. This board is fluid, quick, and nimble edge to edge. You notice that right away, and there's a certain level of power that comes from the middle of the board back through the tail. You do have that step down edge, which is the equivalent of like a cap construction into a sidewall, so it's putting more power in the edge when you get on there. That's good because it compensates for the lack of edge bite up at the nose due to the 3BT, so that step down rail really keeps that power, and you can zip in and out of turns. It lays a trench. You want to lay this thing over, just go for it. It's got power, and then it's got a very fluid and fast edge exit. So when you're coming out, you'll be able to spring right back out. Short, tight, quick carves, medium, mellow carves, long, deep, hard, aggressive Euro carves. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to be able to lay it over. You can ankle steer with this board, and you do get a little more power out of the tail just due to the carbon layup in this thing. So if you disengage the front, you'll be able to slingshot out of turns. So if you like pow and you like carving, this might be a board for you. Who's this board for? The Resort Riding Powder Carver. Yeah, I know. Powder, carving. They go hand in hand, evidently. All right, you want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. That's our Patreon. You can become a member, get access to early reviews and other content because I have no clue what we make over there anymore. So this board is stiffer than the Surfer. You notice that you get a little bit more power, plus the tail dynamic is a little more tight. So when you're on edge, you feel that power. There is a flex point that's slightly set back from the middle. That helps get the nose up when you do get into some pow, and it really does change the dynamic of driving a carve on the back foot. Overall, this thing just grips and rips when you absolutely need it to, and you can be laid back and smooth when you want. I really dug this. I think that this is a great board for Bataleon to have in their lineup. I like the shape, I like the tech story in this. It was just a good board. Plus, I didn't hit any of those rocks because there were so many goddamn rocks at the basin. It's been a bad year for sharks. Comparable boards: the Korua Pencil, the Ride Mountain Pig, the Jones Mind Expander. Binding recommendations: the Bataleon Astro Full Wrap, the Jones Mercury, the Union Atlas. Alright, so this has been my review of the new Bataleon Cameleon. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like this review, why don't you check out one of our other ones for the comparable boards.